child who is undergoing treatment for a life-threatening medical condition has so much of normal childhood taken away from them, so much of their decision-making ability, so much of their normal experiences with playmates and friends and siblings. It is so long and so arduous. It robs so many of the normal childhood experiences from a child and from their family.
As a physician, as a clinician, there is much that we can do. Sometimes we do everything we can do. Sometimes we do too much. You run into a family that is out of control with their life. They have circumstances imposed upon them that they never would have signed up for or dreamed that they would be in that position.
In rare disease, sometimes I can't give a family a diagnosis. Sometimes I have no treatment even if I get the diagnosis, and I almost never have a cure. So what can I offer this family that I can't offer much to?
There are medications that we can provide, there are treatments that we can administer, and yet there are pieces missing from that can only be filled by the impact of a wish experience.
A wish is something that we as a community have said we're going to offer and show our support for a family that doesn't feel very supported sometimes by the medical community. And I think a wish is a really meaningful way that we connect with families that medicine doesn't have much else to offer to them.
I think for a lot of families it provides anything from respite, sometimes in the middle of care, sometimes it provides a reward at the end of treatment, sometimes it provides an oasis or an island where they can seek sort of normality.
A wish gives me the chance to give the family something from all of us as a community. It comes from the medical community, it comes from the whole population saying, your child's not forgotten.
The beauty of Make-A-Wish is it's incredibly simple. It is that intangible object that, quite honestly, I cannot order from the pharmacy. I cannot write a prescription for.
You see a child before they go on their wish, and when they come back with their family after the wish, it's often like seeing a totally different child.
You just see it in their faces, this idea of thinking outside their current moment in time.
It's an unsaid power that these experiences can give these kids. And, you know, these are kids that are living longer. They're living better. They're having more fun in their life. And it all started with one experience, and that was their wish.
We don't need studies to show this, but now there are studies that are coming out. It just seems so intuitive, right? You have something to look forward to, and it makes you be more compliant with your treatment plan, so then it's going to impact your physical, your emotional, your psychological well-being.
It's interesting. The study from Israel, it's significant because it's one of the first studies that we've actually looked at regarding the outcome or the impact of a wish, looking at the medical aspect of the child. What it does show is that a child that has a wish, there is a measurable change in their outlook.
I think, personally, being involved with Make-A-Wish has made me a better physician and has made me think more critically about what I can do outside of just the medicine and just the surgeries and just the procedures to improve the quality of life of our patients and their families.
My favorite wish is the next one. And the one after that. And the next 10. And the next 100. Because as with life, a wish has less to do with what has been and more to do with what's coming up.
How's it going, everybody? This is John Johnson. thanks for coming out tonight. Very special training. And I'm very, oh my gosh, so hard to say this. I'm very excited to say that we are official partners of Make-A-Wish Foundation in Utah, the Revvolutionaries of rNetwork. It is now official. And so watch for a press release, watch for a couple of videos making the announcement, and we should shortly have the ability to use Make-A-Wish Utah in our marketing efforts, logos, things of that sort. I'll let everybody know exactly how that works. Part of the training tonight, I want to help you guys tie everything together, what we're doing as an upline and as a team, and how you can get prospects and get them to buy into what we're doing and to make money, make more money than they spend, see where the world is headed and get there first, and most importantly, lose your life in the betterment of others. That to me is the most important principle that we have in our network, is losing your life in the betterment of others. And the cool thing is our network gives us hope. It gives us something to look forward to. We can exercise faith. The same thing Make-A-Wish does for these families and these children. I spent a couple hours of Make-A-Wish on Thursday, I believe, and it was very just heart-wrenching. I mean, it was a very emotional day. Like Laura Farmer said, she went with me, and some other leaders were there as well, and it's life-changing. And we as a team have the ability to grant a lot of wishes. In fact, we as a team right now have enough active members for every $1 we donate. If we all donated $1, we would grant a wish. And so it's amazing. And I'm not asking for donations tonight, anything like that. I'm just telling you the power of what we've got. And Make-A-Wish saw something special in our network. They saw something special in our team and our leaders, in our passion to help others, and they absolutely love what we're doing. They're coming on as full partners. It won't say Team Revvolutionaries are the official sponsor. It is full partners, which is really amazing. I'm very excited about it. The CEO of our Fusion 360 marketing company, he is a board member of Make-A-Wish Utah. We're going to start with Utah. There's 252 kids waiting for wishes right now, and we'll just branch out to other states, and we'll just grow this thing and just keep growing it and growing it. The bigger it gets, the better it gets, right? So it's not just a corporate thing. That's for our team. But it's very, very important when we speak with prospects, especially going for the close, marketing, things of that sort, we're saying the correct things. We know how to have the discussions. We know what to share. And right now I'm going to kind of go over some of the phases, and I'm really going to drill deep tonight. I want to drill very, very deep to get people a very good understanding of what we do, what you can do, how you market more effectively, everything. But make no mistake, Make-A-Wish is a huge part of our marketing, and if you use it correctly, you can build quite a team and save a lot of families and children, which is even more important than building a team, as I believe we all know that. And so very, very blessed to be able to have that partnership. I've worked very hard on that. The team's worked hard on that, and to say it's official feels very good. So really great. So the three phases of our network, this is what we need to help prospects understand, is that when we're building this company, right now we start out with a relationship, and you can use our mobile. I think our mobile is a great thing to use. It's a great thing to start with and say, look, we started with our mobile with a third party. It was people that sold door to door, and they just went out and they tried to move cell phones. We got involved and we moved several thousand phones in 6 weeks. Sprint was so excited about what we were doing. They flew out, they met with us, and they said, look, we want to take this direct. We don't want just a relationship with you. We want to help you service this directly. It goes back to what we've been saying, and have these conversations with prospects that, look, companies pay a lot of money to acquire customers and acquire members and things of that sort. Don't just talk about the plan all the time. Don't just talk about the card and everything. Talk about the reality of business so people understand. The more you understand, the better your prospects can understand. Companies spend millions of dollars. They have people set up in their corporations, and they do the math and say, how much is it costing us to gain 1 customer and how much is it costing us to retain one customer. They do this all the time. So don't think for a moment that they don't love what our network is doing, because we're putting them in front of thousands and thousands of potential customers. So if I had a bottle of Coca-Cola and I held it up in my left hand and one up in my right hand, and one bottle of Coca-Cola was being sold through our network and the other was not, even if they were the same price, which one would you purchase? You would purchase one sold through our network. Why? Because somebody in your upline is going to get paid and you're going to have a testimonial. And you can tell this to prospects, say things like this, and chances are the one in your left hand that's being sold through our network is going to be less expensive than the one in your right hand, because we're going to be able to go direct with a lot of companies. Phase 3 is ownership. We will own several verticals. We will own several different services and ways to announce more products and things of that sort. And through each phase, there'll be larger discounts and more money being paid up the TBS. And tell your prospects, as this network grows, it's not just what we have now. It's what we're going to have tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And as we grow by numbers, we will grow by merchants. We will grow by everything else. It's very important to understand this when you're marketing and when you're speaking with people. That's why I created this PDF. And yes, there's a lot of content on this PDF, but this is okay. What is this PDF used for? Simple. It is used for closing. It is used, and when you send it to a prospect, make sure that you write an email and it says something like, I am sending you this PDF. It's going to talk about the different phases, and you can write just a tiny little blurb. Phase 1, phase 2, bigger discounts, bigger discounts, bigger discounts, more money paid to you, more money paid to you, more money paid to you in each phase. And put that in your email. Put a testimonial from you or somebody on your team in your email about something they saved on. Put something simple like that and say, check out this PDF. And if you want to focus on certain pages on the PDF, tell them which pages to focus on. That's what you do. And you say, look, not only are you saving money, that's great, that's wonderful, but you're making money when other people save money. It's not just the $2 on a force matrix. And it's not just a force matrix with dynamic compression. How does it work? How does dynamic compression work? It's if people underneath you don't have 10, who have 10, who have 10. So you can tell them, you know, what's so great about our matrix? Because some people say, oh, it's a matrix, those don't work. Well, there's all sorts of different types of matrix. There's a stair-step matrix, there's a breakaway, there's all sorts of different matrices. Say, in this particular matrix, you are paid on every single position before you fill an entire row in. You are paid on every single position without gotchas. And you can be very, very bold with these statements because that's what it is. You need to know what you're selling, because how can you close somebody if you don't fully understand the gravity of this and what we're doing? And so you could tell them, look, the math gets ridiculous. Can you imagine being paid on this versus a binary where you're being paid on a lesser leg versus any other plan where you have to reach certain levels? Can you imagine being paid monthly bonuses instead of just a one-time fast start bonus? What would that do for your retention? Write stuff like that in an email. What would it do for your retention? What have you seen companies do to retain customers, to clients? It's okay to write about, corporations spending money. It's the two most important things in business are easy. It's customer acquisition, and along with the cost it takes to keep a customer, and retention. That's it. I don't care what business you're in. And have these conversations. Tell them that, say, we understand here at our network that those are vital. Retention is absolutely vital. We have figured out a way to retain customers, to retain members. This is how we do it. That's more important than anything else. That's more important than our travel and our perks. But you can say this, as you're reading through this PDF, you can see how we were able to figure out retention, how we were able to figure out customer acquisition, how we are able to pay bonuses monthly where others cannot. That's what you write in your email. So as you walk through this PDF, watch for those things. watch for retention, watch for this kind of stuff. That's what you write when you're sending information. And let's talk about it together. Let's go ahead and read through it together. Let's go ahead and schedule a time tomorrow. We can discuss this, whatever. If you read through this PDF with a prospect, consider that prospect sold. If you read through it with that prospect, that's the best thing to do, is read through it. People always ask me all the time, what do I send people? This is what you send people with the little email. Again, if you have a testimonial, great. And then promote your team, and we'll talk about that here later on in this presentation as well. Forced matrix, dynamic compression, all that kind of stuff. How cool would it be to get paid on $2 a month on every member in your organization? For example, you have 200 members, you're getting paid $400 a month. Now, there's no weaker leg, there's no stronger leg, there's no gotchas, nothing like that. Remind them. And then down here, you can stack commissions. How cool would it be to get paid, for example, $10 per month per member, $20 per month per member, $30 per month per member, or even more? How? Our members are paid $2 a month for every charter member in their network, but they are also paid, as previously mentioned, a commission every time someone in their network decides to save money on our concierge services, which are on the previous slide. And you can tell people that we're stacked. Don't just say, oh, we stack commissions, because people, they won't even know what that means. We stack revenue, we stack commissions. How do we do it? Well, because somebody saved on a car, somebody saved on a mortgage, somebody saved on this and this and that. And this next slide right here is a cool comparison. But we're going to dive deeper into where those savings come from, how we're saving, how are the merchants actually paying us. So this right here is pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of read through this. And for those who do not have this PDF, it is on our Facebook page, and it's stored in our files section. Under marketing, under send it to people in MLM, it's in there a few times. And it's just a Google. And as I make changes or enhancements to this, they will automatically be uploaded into your PDF. You don't have to. This link will always work. So as we add more products and services and things of that sort, I will have this ready, and it'll just automatically, when you have that link, it just automatically updates for you. You don't need a new link or anything, which is really, really cool. Okay, so it has a few different examples. I'll get through this slide pretty quick. You can kind of read that. What I want to do is focus on these two slides right here. It is imperative that all of us understand that, because how do you have a high-level conversation with somebody in network marketing, or someone who's kind of in or outside of network marketing, or people that are opposed to network marketing, if you don't understand the difference between, the true difference between our network versus traditional network marketing? So to further illustrate the our network difference, I've added the following. You see right here, perfect example. And you've heard me say this many times, but now it's in writing. I sell 1,000 bottles of juice, for example. Auto ships $100, so I earn $100,000 for corporate. One distributor earns $10,000 in commission, which leaves $90,000. Corporate makes payroll maybe $15,000 a month, and then whatever manufacturer $15,000. The math after that, $60,000 a month to go to 999 distributors. So what if a few others, let's say 3%, which is right in that 1 to 3%. So about 30 total distributors make a little bit of money. Say they're making $2,000 a month each on average. That leaves $0 left to pay the remaining 969 distributors. Because you've got the one who's making $10,000, and you've got the 30 who's making $2,000. So that is significant, because that happens a lot. That's why 1 to 3%. And they'll read through this and they'll say, oh, wait a minute, you know what, this makes sense. And then now you see why binaries get paid on the lesser volume. Like fast start bonuses only get paid one bonus if you start out of Rockstar. What about a monthly bonus? You're answering those questions. And when you have these conversations, you should be able to have a conversation like this with the prospect. You should be able to say, look, what that is, I agree with you, prospect, that this is an unsustainable business practice. Because what else? Go here to the right. Corporate earnings and expenses, gotchas. They all have them. All of them have gotchas. Why? Because they have to. Because the math doesn't work. You will also hear the argument sometimes, though, from people, yes, but you can get customers and make more. Well, that may be true, but you're one Google search away from finding a similar product or service for less money. So if that's the case, guess what? So are your customers. How loyal will your customers be who can do the same thing, find the same thing items on Google? These are the types of conversations you have in your emails, in your phone calls and everything else. It's nice to be able to highlight the differences and have them right at the tip of your tongue and really understand this at a high level. So next slide here. And I'm going to get right into this because people will ask. I've had a couple of people ask me this. Well, how is this different from Lioness? For any of those who have heard of Lioness. Well, Lioness was charging their merchants fees. Look what we did. Go to the right in the bold. Example, a discount of 20% may be given to our network on an item that would normally cost $100. So follow along very carefully. Our network may offer it to their member at 10%. So $90, even though there's a 20% discount, our network is giving us a 10% discount. So $90 is paid by the member as opposed to the normal retail price of $100. Our network will earn 10% while the member still save 10%. So the member still gets the savings over, below retail, but our network earns 10%. Why is that significant? Why is that significant? I'll tell you why. Because that's how our network has extra money to pay bonuses every month of $50 when you get 3 people, to pay money when you reach the other levels. They have that extra money to be more aggressive. That's how they're able to pay on every position in your matrix where others cannot. Because others are not collecting money from merchants like we are. And we're not really even collecting the money from merchants. We're just actually collecting it from our members who are buying an item because a member's saving money. And part of that savings goes to our network. Part of it goes to the member. But it's additional revenue. Now think about this. It's additional revenue on the mortgages, on the autos, on the prescriptions, on the medications, on everything else we do. And the hundreds of other, you could say, look, as we add more countries and add people and build larger teams, what are we doing? We're adding more and more products. So that number is going to increase and increase and increase just by us saving money. That brings more revenue to our network so they can be more aggressive to pay us, which helps with what? Retention. It helps with all of that stuff. It makes a huge difference. It's important to understand how that works and why that works. Because now the $100,000 in that other example I shared on the previous slide would represent $100,000. On this, $100,000. So basically, if we raised $100,000, just like the other company did, $1,000 with 1,000 different distributors, ours is $50. So that would represent 2,000 our network members entering the marketplace. We are a subscription-based marketplace. That is 2,000 additional members who may decide to save on a car, mortgage, whatever. And that is significant because as those members save that $100, it may turn into, or $100,000 may turn into $200,000 or $300,000 or $500,000 or $1 million or whatever. So now if you're looking at the math on the other example from the other network marketing company, they're stuck at $100,000. Our $100,000 can turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars, which again does what? Allows us to pay more. That's why our comp plan is superior. That's why our members will make money faster. You need to understand this so when you have those conversations, you can close. It helps tremendously to understand how this model works and why this model works. Now add in the fans. Say, you know what? And we have free members that'll come in. Do you think free members are going to go anywhere? No. If that free member sees the same bottle of Coke or whatever it may be, and it's an our network Coke versus this, and this Coke is 10% less than this Coke, which one is that fan going to buy? And what does that mean for our network? And what does that mean for your commission and your team's commission? Those are the types of conversations you have because you understand exactly how this works. Now you can see why we can pay those monthly bonuses. So let me ask you this. If you're a prospect, I say, hey, are discounted products and services overpriced? Like many of the juices, potions, powder, and pills? No. How can a discounted product and service be overpriced? If you can purchase the same item for less money, would you? Is that more sustainable to share with prospects, customers, and overpriced products to allow your company to make their margins? It's common sense in a lot of ways. But what conversations are you having when you're trying to sign somebody up? Are you leading with the $2? Are you leading with the card that doesn't exist yet? What are you leading with? You need to lead with a real business plan, something that makes economic and mathematical sense. Because people get that. They'll look at the numbers and say, wait a minute, okay, this makes sense. Because why? We have retention. We have easy customer acquisition. We're offering discounts all over the place, and the more members we bring in, the bigger the discounts get. So let's take even a closer look at this. And when you send this to prospects, you say, look, there's a lot of content because we wanted to drill down and help you truly understand the rNetwork difference. What makes us unique? You can hear thousands of pitches, and in every single pitch for every product or service, they say we're different, we're unique. They all say it. They all say it. So it's lip service at that point. When you say, well, we're different. Trust me, we're different. And they'll just say, yawn. I hear that all the time. Say, no, check out this PDF. Look through pages 8, 9, and 10, and you can see in black and white, or in blue and white in this case, blue, white, and black, I should say, that we're different. And this is how we're different. So this $2, if you show somebody, hey, you can build a team of 20 members, make $2 a month minimum, but for your first 3, because rNetwork's receiving money while customers save money because of those discounts, we are able to give you more than a one-time fast start bonus. We can pay you every single month. So now you're at break even almost immediately. Almost immediately, month after month. You will receive a reimbursement a few weeks later, a month later, whenever it is. You will receive a reimbursement on that money, and so will your team, which will help with retention. And name another company that does that. Ask your prospect, who else does that monthly? You've heard of fast start bonuses, correct? Yes, I have. Okay, have you heard of monthly bonuses for getting 3 people one time? Have you heard of that? Why, no, John, I haven't. Okay, great. That's what we do. Oh, that's interesting. Sometimes you have to point that stuff out, and sometimes you have to ask questions and ask them that kind of stuff. Have you ever seen this? Have you seen that? Well, you are now, because this is why it works. Then go to that same example, 20 members, $10 per month. What does that mean? $10 is based off of the potential of commissions earned off of concierge services, going back to that other slide. $20, similar to 10, as more members choose to save money on concierge services, you will earn more per member in your organization, and on, $30 plus. As more concierge services are added, the potential of your earnings per member increase, even if your team does not grow. Ask your prospect, if you do not grow your team, will your commissions ever grow? No. Well, they can here. What? They can here. That's what you tell them. You can be very bold. You can be very confident when you promote rNetwork if you understand at a high level what rNetwork has to offer. It's very imperative, important we all understand. That's why I created this piece. So to help you understand and to help your prospects understand. And this is based off of the average per month per member. It can increase as more savings concierge services products are added, just as you see here on the bottom, does not include the global bonus pool. And they'll say, well, what the heck is the global bonus pool? And you can talk to them about that later on in this presentation. So did I mention rNetwork is going public? It is called rNetwork because actual members will also own it. You can mention to them that, you know what, we're going public. We can't talk about all the stuff going public yet. Corporate will make those announcements. Once that happens, it happens. I know it's in the process. And I was in meetings this week. We talked all about it. I learned a whole bunch of awesome stuff. But you can say, look, we're going public. And if you get in early and you become a founder, there may be something for you. And we'll leave it at that right now. There may be something for people who become founders by March 31st. Get in by March 31st, and there may be something for you because we're going public. And by the way, as a founding member, if you get 3 charter members, you will be able to take part in one of our global revenue pools, What does that mean? Well, simple. You make money from your upline and your sideline. Would you like to make money from your upline and your sideline? Ask them that. Of course I would. Okay, great. This is how you do it. You get signed up, we get your 10, and you help your 10 get 3, and you will earn on big builders above you and big builders on both sides of you. The entire network as a whole, actually. And that, don't think that won't incentivize these people, because it will. It'll definitely incentivize these people. Closer look at the global bonus pool. Ambassador members will earn on every member in our network who uses the concierge services, regardless if he or she is in their organization, just like I said. So a percentage of purchases made through the concierge services are paid upline as well as into the ambassador pools. This number will continue to increase as more concierge services are added. It will just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then sometimes they'll say, well, what if I can't get 10 and get 3? Well, then focus on your 3, because guess what? You're still getting commissions. You're still getting the $50 a month. You're still getting the savings. You're still earning while you're working. It's not like other companies where you have to hit this before you make money. You will make money now while you're still working up to it. That's another difference, another glaring difference. Say, do you want to wait until you hit diamond to really make any decent income at all? Or do you want to be making good income as you're still working up to even better income? There's a difference. Do you want to make good income while you're working up to even better income? Or do you want to be on another plan where you're so whatever, but until you hit this level, you're not really making much? Which one would you rather do? Again, that's the type of conversation you have with people. That's what you can say, because that's what our network offers them. It is so important to understand. And coming soon in 2020, we know about the bank. We know about the great compensation plan. I tell people the bank is a raise. The card is a raise. Getting paid on swipes, getting paid on all that. That is a raise. Why is the bank taking a little while? It's easy. Go back to we're going public. They wanted to set the market first. It's simple. When the two gentlemen came to them and they said, look, we're going to take you public. They said, oh, whoa. And this has just happened recently. This has just transpired recently. These are gentlemen that have taken 60 companies public, 60. Let's say, hold off on the bank a little bit, because why? We want to set the market. We want to help do that first. And anybody that understands investing and markets and things, this should make total sense to you. They put everything together. They put it on the sheets, the applications, all the stuff that they do, and the projections and everything on the bank. They can help set the market, which will help what? The stock in the company, all that kind of stuff prior to launching the bank. That's what they want to do. It is a brilliant plan. Brilliant plan. I won't get into everything in there until corporate makes those announcements. I know a lot more than I'm saying, but my lips are sealed. Okay, I'm not allowed to get into it very deep, but it's extremely exciting. What I can tell you right now is become a founding member. Now, when we talk to prospects, it's also very important to come in at a position of strength. What does that mean? I'm going to come to you in a position of strength. Do I want to go and speak with a prospect as a single member? What if I only have one member? What if I have 0 members? What if I have 5, 10? Or do I want to represent a team that has over 8,000 members and growing? Which one is a bigger position of strength? It's easy. I represent a very large team that's growing by the day. Why are we growing by the day? Because of all of this. Not only am I showing you an amazing compensation plan where you get paid on every single stinking member in your matrix with dynamic compression, by the way, which means you can get paid on runaway legs. That's what it means. You can get paid on runaway legs. It's not your grandfather's matrix. Don't sit there and make the mistake that it is. This is what you tell people. Don't make that mistake. Take a serious look at it. If you get paid on every position, how powerful is that compensation plan? And if the money can increase on every single position, how much more powerful is that compensation plan? And watch your eyes light up. People can do basic math. Do some math with them if you need to. Go back to that chart, whatever you need to do. But come to them at a power of, or position of power and say, I represent this team. We work together with arms locked, hand in hand, and this is what our team does. And pretty soon here in the next couple of days, you will be able to say, our team, oh, by the way, are partners with Make-A-Wish Utah. How powerful is that? That is very powerful. We're full partners. And here's a link to Make-A-Wish. If you don't believe me, check this out. Look at this press release. Watch this video that they gave us. Watch all of this stuff. That's a power of strength, as opposed to, I am trying to build a team. I am looking for a couple leaders. I'm looking for 10 leaders. PM me. This is a lot more effective to do it this way. That's why we built it this way, to offer you the ability to build with the power of strength. To come to them with something like this, it's a lot more effective than what many people are doing right now. Once you make your decision to become a charter member of our network, the next decision is even easier. Who do I join with in our network? Again, you join a member of Team Revvolutionaries. Why? Simple, just like we said on the last slide. Team training, how to become a 7-figure earner. Would you like to learn how to earn more money in this industry by following somebody who has? Would you like a mentor? Would you like a teacher, a training, a team that has 14 training classes on how to become a 7-figure earner, written by a 7-figure earner? Would you like that? Ask them that. Would you like that? Would that be a benefit to you? Of course, that'd be a benefit to me. Okay, great. Join us. Let's get going. Team marketing materials, such as this one. Team social media, website, blog, SEO, funnel systems, capture pages. Would you like to have access to those on a team? These are pre-made videos, corporate approved videos. You don't have to create the videos. You don't have to pay for the videos. It's all done for you. Would you like that? I think you would like it. Okay, great. Then join our team. Would you like team support, presentations, closing calls, culture and development of leaders, all that stuff? Would you like all this in a package? Okay, great. Join this team. That's how you do it. That's how you close. And when you're marketing, market this way. Market as a collective unit, because it brings you a power of strength. And when people see that, they're like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Now, another thing I've been teaching people to do, and I'll give you a great example. I said, go ahead and set up a Facebook page. But on your Facebook page, don't sell anything but, I want to teach you how to make money in this industry. I want to teach you how to be successful in this industry. I've got someone I just helped set a page up for, and she's getting all sorts of leads already. She just texted me this today with a lady in it's New Zealand, an MLMer. She's a full-time MLMer. She saw what she did. She sent her a little bit of information. She set up a 3-way call. I'm seeing this all the time. Ask Laura how this works. Ask me how this works. You're coming to them in a position of strength. So what do I send people? Easy. If you look at right now, I'm on MLM Gateway, and I've been playing with MLM Gateway for a week. I've already had 3 signups now. I have several leads already. And this is a place that people are trying to pitch me their ideas and their businesses. I just turn it around on them. How? I'm offering them free information on how to build their teams. Then guess what I send them? I send them that one thing I created along with a video, or not a video, sorry, a testimonial. And I say, hey, here's my gift to you. And I say, I'm going to give you 3 hours of free training. No strings attached. I am a leader in this industry. Or if you're not quite there, I am on a team of leaders in this industry. So you can say, I am on a team with leaders, big leaders in this industry who know how to build big teams, and I can teach you how to do it. Click here. Order this. We'll give it to you for free. No strings attached. Would you like it? Of course I would like it. Okay, great. I'm going to send it to you, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Oh, and by the way, here's another PDF about our team. You can kind of read up on our team. This is part of what we do. Those trainings and stuff you learn about in the videos you're going to watch, check this out. This is what we do as a team. And this is why our team's growing so fast. We're called the Revvolutionaries. I'll send you a little PDF about our team. Is that okay too? Yeah, sure, that's fine. That gives you exposures. That gives you the ability to send out information because you're giving them something of value first. And then you just send this PDF along with it and say, look, now go ahead and read through it if you like. Or check out pages 8, 9, and 10 to see how we're a little different, how we're a little unique to everyone else. It's not just a marketing we're giving you and offering you for free, but check out how we're unique. Look at pages 8, 9, 10 on this PDF and tell me what you think. Get back to me with questions. When can we discuss? Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, great. Schedule an appointment with them. Do whatever you need to do. But that's how people market effectively. Don't go in there half-cocked. Don't go in there with just a little bit of information and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just send you this and I'll call you someday. Give them something of value, because if you give them something of value, aka the training on that, my gift to you, something like that, that's what gets them interested initially. And then say, all right, on top of that, now it's different if you already know the person. If you already have a relationship with the person and you're just trying to close them, then you don't need to send them my gift to you. That's not what that's for. My gift to you is a piece to draw people in, to bring them to you as somebody who's an expert, right? That's a different piece for a different thing. You've got to understand, what do I send and when do I send it and who do I send it to? Well, if I'm leading with that, that's a leading piece. This right here is a closing piece. This is what I send to people after they want more information. I can tell you something, when you always hear less is more. Less is more when you're initially prospecting. Less is less when they want more information and you send them less. Don't just send them a video. Oh, somebody wants more information. What video should I send them? Don't send them any video. Send them this with your testimonial, like I said, with what your team means to you, what you're being able to do. How much better of a marketer are you because of this? You know, I'm finally making money for the first time in MLM. This is why. Check this out. Read pages 8 through 10, whatever. That's the way it's done. It's different. When people ask me, well, what do I say? My first question is, who are you talking to? Because you don't say the same thing to every single prospect, because they're all different. They're all unique prospects. They're all at different stages and different levels. So you have to learn how to kind of maneuver around and massage your messaging. You have to learn how to do that, but you've got to bring them tremendous value too. And you've got to get people to understand. If you're going after MLMers, they have some kind of understanding in the industry. It will make sense to them when you're talking about a fast start bonus versus a monthly bonus. It'll make sense to you when you're talking about, okay, I sell this juice, potion, powder, pill, because guess what? What have we talked about? 97% of them aren't making money. They think they're going to make money someday, and they may not because the math doesn't work. They start reading pieces like that, it gets them. Don't you think it doesn't get them thinking? Now, if you're going to go after somebody who's already making $50,000 a month, I just say good luck. He or she may not want to come over because they're making $50,000. They're one of the 1%ers. You're not going to get a lot of 1%ers at the beginning. It's just not going to happen, and that's fine. That's okay, because you can build your team with a bunch of 97%ers, and you can help create 1%ers within your team through the trainings and through everything else. Now, if you have a strong relationship with someone who's big and they see this and say, well, wait a second, this is unique, this is different. Unfortunately, I've been able to bring people over that are 1%ers, you know, but it's tougher because they're comfortable, they're complacent where they're at many times. And that's okay. You're not going to get them all. But I can tell you right now, if they do really take the time to look at this, they'll say, well, wait a second, this is different. And maybe you get lucky. Maybe you'll be able to get some. You just never know. But don't ever go in there with half a plan and say, all right, I'm just going to send everybody this video. It doesn't work that way. What do they want more information on? Things of that sort. And again, you've got to preface this when you send it out. Okay, there's a lot of content in here, but you ask for more information. This is going to give you a breakdown, a drilled in detailed breakdown of what makes us unique, what makes us different. And so what are the 3 key things that makes our network different? Number 1, and I think the main one, is multiple sources of revenue. Again, go back to that example. If you have $100, you save 20% or whatever it may be. It's going to be different. I'm just using that as an example. It'll be different on every product. It may be 10, 20, 15, 30, who knows? But that's a good example. And then you're paying about half that. You're saving about half that. The company gets the other half. Why? And they'll say, well, why don't I get all the savings? Well, you don't want all the savings. Well, why? Simple, because you need corporate to make more money over and above the subscriptions so they can be more aggressive in paying your downline and giving them bonuses so what? They don't leave. That's why. There's your answer. That's why. It's a good thing. You want them to keep part of that, and you still get your discount, so what does it matter? And you're growing a business faster, so it's a good thing. That's how you answer that question. But you can't answer that question if you don't really understand how this works. So that's what I mean about drilling down and fully understanding how our network works. And as more things, and here's another thing, another conversation, we'll wrap this up because I know another call's coming up. We don't want to be commoditized. Well, what does that mean? Simple. We don't want to just have a card and a bank and nothing else, or just a product, one or two products. Because then what if somebody else comes out with the same thing? What if they come out with a similar card, or they come out with a juice like ours or a product like ours? I'll give you a perfect example. Mona V, you have this discussion. Hey, whatever happened to Mona V? What do you mean? Well, Mona V was one of the largest network marketing companies ever. They were massive. They were huge. What happened to them? Well, I don't know. Easy, they sold the juice. And then they came out with a couple other products on auto ship, and guess what? People had products for less money. And guess what happened to the company? They're gone. And they're not the only ones. Happens all the time. So let's go back to our network. Why is it unique? On top of the monthly bonuses and everything else, it will never be commoditized. Again, a high-level discussion. You're looking for business partners. You're not looking for idiots, right? You're looking for business partners. People understand this stuff. You say, because this makes sense. You say, look, if we add another savings platform and another one and another one and another one, and as our network grows, and we add merchant after merchant after merchant, savings after savings, and we have hundreds of them, then thousands of them all over the world, will we ever become commoditized? No, we won't. So isn't this safer to join us than another place that may be gone in a couple years because their product, their service may be copied by somebody else for less money? Because they're hanging on to a couple different things. We talk about all the time in business. What do they say? You need to spread yourself out. Have multiple streams of income. You can have multiple streams of income in one place. It's called our network. Talk to them about multiple streams of income. Would you like to make multiple streams of income with one source? Yes, you can do it with our network. This is how. They save on a car, you get paid. They save on this, you get paid. They save on that, you get paid. You come in ambassador, you get paid even more. You get paid on a whole global pool. You get paid numerous different ways as more products. Those are multiple streams of income, not just one. Are you ever selling juice? No. Are you selling this? No. You're sharing this. You're sharing savings. Because of that, you're creating multiple streams of income for yourself. Pretty cool, right? Okay, great. Sign up. Which credit card would you like to use? Let's get you started. Those are the types of discussions you have with people. That's what you say when you ask me, well, what do I say? That's what you say. So again, retention, huge. The fact that we get the discounts and corporate gets part of those discounts, huge. So they can pay us more money. Not being commoditized, huge. Multiple streams of income, huge. That's 4 major points. A monthly bonus as opposed to a one-time fast stop bonus, that's 5 reasons why they should join our network. 5 reasons that you should be able to focus on it, and it should be able to roll off the tip of your tongue when you're having this conversation. That's how you do it. It is drilling down, and it is what the pros do. Understanding this comp plan. Then guess what else you say? I'll give you number 6, support. You join our team and guess what else? You get free training that normally costs you $3,000. You get it for free. You go through the training, you put your team through the training, guess what? I will make you a better marketer. That's the 6th reason to join us. It's not that hard if you're precise. It's not that hard if you understand how to explain. Now, I can show you how to run ads all day long, but it won't do you any darn good if you don't know how to talk to the person after they respond to an ad. It will do you nothing. You have to understand this at the high level that I understand this at. That's how I close deals. That's how I close leads. And when I do these presentations, this is what they sound like. When I'm talking to a prospect, 90% of what I just shared with you tonight is what I share with that prospect. This is how it's done, and this is how your closing percentage will soar all the way through to the ceiling. If you can master this, you will build big teams. You will build a large network. I recommend listening to this 20 times if you need to. 20 times is if you need to. Okay, because it's common sense, guys, but it's helping people understand the business as a whole, and it's helping them understand the difference between our business and their business clearly, crystal clear. That's why this PDF was created. This is a closing piece, but again, preface it, let them know that, hey, it's a lot of reading, but it's well worth your time, and check out these pages because this is what I want you to learn, and list those things. We're going to list them one more time and I'll wrap it up. In your email, I'm going to teach you with this PDF, you will learn how to have higher retention in your business. You will learn how our savings is going to help you receive more bonuses monthly, not just one time. You will learn how to become a better marketer on our team. You will have access to all the training. You'll have access to this, all that. Go back to those 6 reasons that I mentioned during that and put those on your email in bullet points. This is why you should check out this PDF, because this is what we're offering you. Bullet point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then see how much more often they call you back or they show up at the scheduled meeting that you had for them, because you should always schedule a follow-up. Always schedule a follow-up. Put those 6 bullet points in there. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up because we got another call coming up. But you know what? I'm so excited, like I said, on top of all this with the Make-A-Wish, everything else, I want to say one last thing about Make-A-Wish before we leave. We're going to put something in our website, on our Facebook channel pretty soon. It's going to be a link directly to Make-A-Wish. This is just, if anybody wants to do it, a couple bucks, whatever. I'm going to put a $500 donation myself, but $1, $2, whatever. Let's grant a couple wishes. If all of us put $1 in, if, you know, because it's about $5,000 per wish. But if we all put $1 in, or just our team alone, we grant 1.5 wishes, almost 2 wishes. Look what happened. Watch how fast this team will grow when we can start showing the wishes, and we can write testimonials along with the wishes. And people they won't just hear we're a partner with Make-A-Wish, they'll see wishes being granted. And think about how fast our team will grow after that. And think about the lives we will impact. Because I can tell you right now, whether you're a Christian, not, whatever you believe, if you positively impact other people's lives, you will be blessed and God will impact your life. That is the God's honest truth. Regardless of what religion you are, it doesn't matter. What comes around goes around, right? Karma, whatever you want to call it. You reach out and help others, you'll be blessed tenfold. That's how it works. And guess what? It makes you feel pretty darn good, doesn't it? Makes you feel amazing. There is something worth a lot more than money, and that is happiness. And that is the Spirit of God in you, because you reached out and helped a brother, a sister, a family member. We're all family members. It is amazing what this company organization does. I feel humbled. I feel blessed that they, I went to them asking to be a donor and doing this, and they came back to me wanting to be a full partner because they saw what we were doing. It was amazing. It's a true blessing, guys. I love you to death, and we will talk to you next time. Good night.